Today, I'm joined by someone who knows exactly what it's like to wear the Miss Grand Australia crown and represent our country on the international stage. Before me, Gabriella Oxley had the incredible opportunity to represent Australia at Miss Grand International, experiencing everything that comes with carrying our nation's sash on one of the world's biggest pageant stages. As I prepare for my own Miss Grand International journey, it is such a privilege to sit down with someone who's been there before. Today, we're talking about life as Miss Grand Australia, the reality of competing internationally, the lessons learned beyond the crown, and how pageantry has shaped the next chapter of Gabriella's life, including her career in acting and where her ambitions are taking her next. Ellie, welcome to the Your Set Pageant podcast series.
Thanks for having me. Happy to be here.
So excited for this chat and hear more about your journey. So we'll
Yeah.
just launch straight into things. So
Yeah.
looking back, what does it mean being Miss Grand Australia to you?
Being Miss Grand Australia was a goal that I'd set for myself years before I ever actually competed. I was prepping for, I think all up, it would have ended up being about 3 years because ever since I first watched Miss Grand International in 2024, I really enjoyed the way that they allow girls to express themselves and obviously stop the war and violence is like an incredible program that they have, and one of the most important parts of the pageant. But I think as a pageant as a whole, it's really one that focuses on entertainment and joy, and it really strips pageantry back to being about like an art form, really. So that's what it meant for me, being an opportunity to express myself, encourage other people to do the same, and just not to be afraid of being exactly who you are.
Brilliant. And I just want to say I was so encouraged by your journey as well as an artist myself. Yeah, you just really laid the pathway there. So thank you for that.
Oh, thank you.
My next question was, what was your first impression when you arrived at Miss Grand International?
To be honest, I didn't realize how many fans there were going to be. Like it's the thing that's so different in Australia versus internationally is that internationally people get really invested, which is great and so fun. And it was just so fun getting to see them all the time. Like people are always at the hotel to meet you, greet you, they give you presents. It's really, really lovely. But it's kind of nice to just sit down with them as well and like have a chat, have a yarn and be like, so, like, what do you do? Because people live such different lives in other countries to what we do here. So, yeah, it was just really cool getting to learn about completely different cultures that I otherwise wouldn't have.
Yeah, that's so interesting. That's also what I love particularly about Miss Grand is that it brings so many diverse fans from around the world, and
Yeah.
the fan base is so keen and just wants to get to know everyone. So that's,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a lovely part of the experience. I'm starting to recognize it now too, people reaching out and pageant pages posting, which has just been a lovely experience.
Yeah, nice.
What surprised you most about the Miss Grand International experience?
I want to say the intensity, but I was expecting it. But I just think you don't realize until you get over there that it is a really like, rigorous experience. You know, you're not just hanging out in the hotel. Not that I have expected that being in pageantry for years, but international is just a step up from anything you ever experience in Australia. And I think the realization that I had being over there was that that is the life of a beauty queen. Like if you're a title holder, if you were Miss Grand International, that would be your life is, you know, being glam at 5 o'clock in the morning every single morning, being ready to talk to people, having to communicate on a daily basis, even when you're running on like 3, 4 hours sleep. And I think that's the biggest thing that probably I wasn't fully prepared for, as I don't think anybody is going into that, and that I would probably tell people and they wouldn't expect.
Yeah, and I guess as an actor yourself, have you had much background in theatre as well,
Yeah,
or?
it's like that on steroids, like tech week on steroids.
Yeah, because tech weeks are intense.
They
So
are.
I can only imagine because, like, as an actor yourself and myself as an actor, you are used to the long hours, the kind of glam, all the
Yeah.
expectations, and being switched on all the time. But yeah, I do feel like pageantry is going to take it to the next level, which I'm also
Yeah.
excited about. But I will, yeah,
Yeah.
we'll learn my lesson there with that one.
You'll be great. You'll be great. But yeah, it is
Um,
kind of like method acting 24 hours because obviously like your pageant, who you represent as a pageant is yourself. It's just the most energetic and like constantly on version of yourself. So it's like 24-hour method acting actually, which is fun.
Yeah, and I always say it's about the engagement, isn't it? It's
Mm.
the people around you and the energy you use to like engage with people and try and stay switched on. And I mean, you're taking in a lot of information all the time. I'm sure there's so many routines you have to learn, and yeah, people you're talking to, sponsors.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to something a bit fun.
Mhm.
You had so many amazing looks, I just wanted to say. I loved your journey. I loved seeing your posts of all your different outfits.
Thanks,
But
Diva.
yeah, a question from me as a costumer. What was
Mm.
your favorite look or outfit from your international trip?
Oh gosh, that's a good question. I probably have two favorites. I first of all, I really loved my arrivals outfit, the yellow mini dress, and it's from Gold Couture, which is where I work. And I just love the beading and like the feather work on that dress like as a whole, and it fits really nice. Like the corset is really nice, but then it's got like a soft mini skirt, so it's not super fitted. It was really comfortable, and I love yellow, and it was just like it was the one dress that I was like, where else am I going to wear this like other than Miss Grand International or like on stage? Like it's like a beautiful piece of art. So I was excited to wear that one. And the second one, I have to say my prelims dress, the like the dragon gown, because it had like it had quite an important meaning to me, and it was just stunning. Like my designer did such a good job. The beadwork, I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, wow, it's exactly what I was envisioning. And yeah, I love that. But all of them, like being you, and I'm sure you'll experience this as well, but like just seeing that level of intricacy, like in the clothes, is so incredible. And it makes you really appreciate how much work goes into pageants, like across the board, like the people behind the scenes, the tech, designers, like it's an art form. It really is.
Yeah, it's a whole industry to itself. That's one of the reasons why I was definitely drawn to Miss Grand International was I feel like every single day is a wearable art contest. I
Yeah.
love seeing all the other women. And yeah, your arrival dress, it
Yeah.
was it was honestly like boom, Australia's here. I remember just freaking out seeing
Oh my God, I
with
love
the
that. That's so
with the
fun.
feathers and the yellow. It was so amazing. And I feel like both your gowns for prelim and final were so incredible. You're so right. The detailed work that goes into these pageant gowns. I used to just think when I first started pageantry that it was just, a pretty gown you could get somewhere. But no, this is the beadwork is so intricate. I couldn't
Yeah.
believe it. So, yeah, and it's so lovely to hear that it had a personal meaning to you too. And the piece just shone on stage. So I totally
Thank
agree
you.
with those with those thoughts.
Thank you.
You were also amazing, I need to say, in your swimsuit section, particularly on the pool side. So I remember being like, slay Australia, flaming out. Do you have any tips for me going into that round?
Oh my gosh. So okay, before I actually competed in Miss Grand Australia, I'd never done swimwear on stage. And it was something that I was really scared of just because it's really vulnerable, and I didn't really know how I almost had to like accept with myself that like it's not me showing off. I had to reframe that it's not me showing off my body. It's literally a performance, because I think I had this like negative thing in my head where it's like it's about the way that you look in a bikini. It's not. It's literally not at all. Like the second I had that like insecure thought out of my head, I feel like my swimwear performance just changed, because I was like, it's literally about the performance. And I grew up in the theater. I grew up doing community theater, and the biggest thing that I always found was that like if you're having fun on stage, if you're enjoying what you're doing, it's so much more engaging for the audience around you. And I think I literally every time I did swim, that was like me in my like musical theater era, like doing like a big ensemble number performance, and like that's my moment. Like that's the energy that I was channeling and locking into, because I was like, if I'm having fun, the audience is having fun. I'm gonna do something that's a little different. Like I'm gonna like do something that just like people don't expect, like mix it up. And that's been my attitude to swim. So when we got to the swim walk, that was the first time doing it at Miss Grand International. And like that show, that swim show, I've watched it every year at Miss Grand since like since as far back as I can remember of years of Miss Grand. So I was like, this is going to be like such a big pivotal point in the competition, because obviously I want to do well. I want to like show that Australia's not coming to play. So I just went back to that mindset shift and I was like, I'm gonna give a performance that I enjoy, that's fun, that's engaging, and that's gonna be how I stand out because again, like I say it all the time, but I feel like if I'm having fun, the audience is having fun. And something about that day, like I just felt like everything was going fantastic. Like I woke up, I was in a good mood. I was happy with my hair and makeup. Like I just facilitated everything so that by the time we actually got to the show, I was just in a great mood, feeling good. And then it was by the pool in the most beautiful location. Like I love the beach, I love swimming. I was like I just have so much to be grateful for right now. Like I'm just gonna enjoy this. Yeah. And I kind of knew what I wanted to do. Like I always have my little dance moves in my walk because
Mhm.
again, it brings me joy. And yeah, I guess the point that I always go back to is just the aspect of like make it fun for yourself. Like seriously, make it something that you enjoy. Like if you're going out there and you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna sleep, I'm gonna I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I just don't think it's ever gonna be as good as if you're going out there and you're like, oh my God, I'm so excited to do my routine. Like it's good weather. I feel good. I look great. Like, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And that's one thing I noticed about you for sure is that you really felt like you're in your element there. And I think you're so right. It's about having fun and then the audience will have fun with you. Because that's what shows really like deep down in your routine as well. I think you're right. You need to know your routine. So
Yeah.
I can tell that you definitely worked hard on that and you
Yeah.
knew it backwards, but that's when you can have fun with it too. And the little add-on dances and the moves you had just made it so you and so personal. And that's why I really loved watching you do it. So thank you for
Oh,
those
thank
great
you.
tips.
Yeah, sorry, I could go on about that for ages.
No, honestly, we will chat as well off screen, but that is so good. So one thing I did want to talk about was our national directors because we did share and are sharing national directors. So Sophia and Charlotte were your national directors and now they're mine. What did you love most about their leadership and guidance on the journey?
I think the thing with Shah and Soph that's great, and I'm sure you've probably already experienced this, is because they've been there and because they've done it themselves, they've experienced it. Like they're going to be like not just your national directors, like they'll become your besties. You'll be able to talk to them about everything, like everything outside of pageantry as well, and like what's going on in your life. And they're very understanding and like literally will just be there like by your side the whole way as your besties, which I think is great. Like like to have that personal relationship with them so that you really can go to them for everything. Like it's something that I'm sure not everyone gets, and we're so lucky to have that. And they've built such an incredible business like as young women in Australia. It's something that like I think is inspiring for everybody that enters Miss Australia pageants is that, they're young women like out here doing the thing. And just getting to be mates with them and get to chat with them and go through the experience with them is fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's really what drew me into pageantry. I mean, my first pageant was with them. I remember signing up for Miss Australia productions at the time and just loving the entire experience. And the fact that you're so right, they're so inspiring being young women. I felt like, when you have a similar look or you feel like a similar kindred spirit, I definitely made me want to stick around pageantry for sure and believe in it that it's a space for women to really uplift each other, which
Yeah.
oftentimes in the media it can, have its challenges and things. But I think their particular production really counters that and shows that women are there to support each other and become friends. And I've made lifelong friends around Australia, so it's been wonderful.
Yeah, amazing.
So I did want to ask, I think you did travel to Vietnam for photo shoots, right?
I
Yeah.
did, yeah. Yeah. I went just like 3 days before.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask, how did you find that experience? Because I am going to be traveling to Thailand and Vietnam soon.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to ask, how did you find that?
I'm so thrilled you're doing that because I think that it'll be it's such a good stepping stone to before you go. So I went to Vietnam just before I went to Thailand and I met my designer there, Louise Tran, who is an absolute legend. I love him. If I was to ever compete again, like I would be right there with him again. He's amazing and he's become a good friend of mine now. And he organized a photo shoot for me. He organized hair and makeup and everything like that. So we shot every one of the looks. So I had four looks from him actually. We had my national costume, my um the what's it called? Where we the very
Welcoming?
first yeah, the like
Yeah,
opening
I
dress. I had
remember.
that
Yeah,
one.
yeah. The
Yeah,
white
and
one.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And my
Yeah.
two gowns, they were all him, which was amazing because we shot all of those looks. And while we were there, we just did some other content and some things. So getting to go there and do that with them was great because it helped me so much throughout the competition, like having that content ready to go, ready to post. And it let me like meet him. We could do some fittings, do some adjustments, make sure everything was going how it was supposed to be, which was great. Like I'm so grateful that I did that photo shoot just before. And that's the like one of the biggest pieces of advice I would give to anyone just before they go over and compete internationally. And it was great. It was even having them as well, like your designers, the photographers, like these people that you work with, they've been in the industry for years. Like they've seen so many girls compete and they have just as much knowledge as well. So it's great getting to like pick their brain and be like, what do you think for this? Like, what are your thoughts on this? And they'll always tell you it's great. Everyone's so generous with their knowledge, I find. So yeah, that was fantastic.
Yeah, that's one thing I've found, particularly with coaches and designers all across the world, in particular Vietnam and Thailand, they and Philippine coaches, they often have a really great perspective, and it's exactly what you said. They've worked with so many people before. To them, it's a very calming energy, I find. So
Mm.
it's not the unknown, you're kind of facing it. You're not facing it alone, you're with them. So yeah, I
Yeah,
totally agree. Having those designers behind you, backing you, yeah, it just makes the whole experience way more fun.
yeah, definitely.
I'm excited to go there now.
Yeah, you'll have so much fun. I'm excited for you.
And you were saying your Miss Grand International final was in Thailand, and I remember watching and I loved it. What did you love most about the culture and the people there?
Gosh, there's actually so much. Um, I'd never been to Thailand before, so that was my first time in Thailand, and the people are so friendly. Like I have friends that I still talk to that are like people that came to the hotel as fans, and we just chatted and like became friends. Like people are genuinely so friendly. And I think that's the other thing as well, so giving, like really giving with their time. Like they really give you the time of day to talk. And like there were people in the hotel waiting for us for hours to bring gifts because, you know, they're fans and they appreciate like the competition. So they like show you that. It's kind of the difference between Australia, like with tall poppy syndrome and that, like people are so like they don't really care about that kind of stuff. But yeah, the people in Thailand just really giving, really kind, really friendly. It's such a nice energy. I remember we were walking through Icon Siam, which is like the big shopping mall in Thailand. And yeah, we were just walking through the crowd, like people were stopping us, chatting to us, and yeah, it's just crazy that I've literally come home with I have friends in Thailand now that I just met through like meeting them out or meeting them at areas of competition, and it's fantastic. It's great.
Oh, that's so lovely to hear that you had such a wonderful experience. And yeah, just culturally there, they seemed so welcoming and it was
Yeah.
wonderful to watch even just on the screen. So, as my predecessor, what advice would you give me before I leave to represent Australia?
I think it's the same thing that I keep going back to just because it's my like philosophy to pageantry is I really think just have fun with it. Like enjoy your experience and bring other people into that with you. I think if you're someone that's positive and joyful and you spread that energy, you're only going to have a positive impact like on the world and you're going to make other people kind of come into that energy, which you already have. Like you have a lovely warm energy. I think just keep that up, like continue that, like you'll have a fun time. Everyone around you will have a fun time. And yeah, but I think as well, like don't ever be afraid to just be yourself, like be the weirdest version of yourself and let people see that. Because I think in pageantry as well, we're starting to see more of, you know, we're getting those less cultivated pageanty personalities that are trained into people, and we're starting to see the real people with social media. We can see all the behind the scenes now. So I think just don't be afraid of that. Like be exactly who you are, and people will love that about you. You're fun, you're funny, like you're such a positive and lovely girl. So I think you're going to be totally fine. You're going to kill it.
Thank you so much. And that's one thing I did want to say about you, even particularly at the Miss Grand Australia competition, just your warmth and your kindness to all the girls. in your leadership was incredible and something I inspire to be myself. And
Oh,
authenticity, you've always been so authentic, and that's something I really hope to do in my journey and along the way and even over there. So thank you for that.
oh,
Wonderful,
thank
wonderful
you.
advice.
Thank you.
What part of your reign are you most proud of? I know there's so many moments, but is there one in particular?
I think the biggest thing about it was I do feel like I really went into it being myself. And there are definitely still parts of the pageant industry that do put some sort of pressure on you to like change yourself or change things about yourself. But I didn't do any of that. And I very much was still myself. And I think at the end of the day, like that's the message that I do want to send to young women is that being obviously be the best version of yourself. Like do all the things that are going to be positive for you in the long run. And, don't just roll out of bed in your sweats and turn up. Like not that kind of be yourself, but showing up as the best version of yourself for absolutely everything is the message that I want to send. And I do feel as though I did that. I don't think that I changed myself to become a different version. And I'm proud of that. I'm glad that I didn't. And yeah, I hope that young women like feel that energy as well. And yeah, again, like the staying positive element of it. I know I like I rinse that saying to death, but yeah, just maintaining like a sense of positivity and a sense of joy throughout it all is the best thing that you can take from it and the best thing that you can give to other people through it as well, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's that positive energy that you always brought. And I feel like that is one thing that I linked to your reign in particular was, yeah, your energy was always so fun and bubbly and you were always out there. And I always feel like you're a girl's girl. So it's always nice to have a queen that definitely gives off that vibe.
Oh, thanks, Kat. That's really sweet. I appreciate that.
So pageantry is just one chapter of your story. And it
Yeah.
may be more, who knows? But how has it helped you prepare for your career in acting?
You know what? Acting, you have to be so fearless. Like that's just part of acting is you can't be a self-conscious person. You have to like be able to walk into a room and like lie on the ground like screaming and making animal noises at any given moment. And like I always joke that acting is such a humiliation ritual. But
It
pageantry
is.
is very much the same, to be honest. You can't be self-conscious. Like if you're a self-conscious person, I think, you know, people can see that. And it's so engaging when someone is not scared. And even if you do look a little bit silly at times, if you're not scared of that and you're not embarrassed of that, it's so engaging. Like I watch it in the other girls and I'm like, good for you. Like that's such a great quality to have. But pageantry has definitely helped that, especially with Miss Grand International, because everything is live streamed and on YouTube, and you know in the back of your head that that's going to be on the internet for years and years to come. You can't be afraid, and you just have to go for it. And there are times like there are things that I did that I look back on and I'm like, damn, that's kind of embarrassing. But I actually don't mind. I honestly own it. Like especially, the talent at Miss Grand my year got a lot of attention for not necessarily the best reasons, which is funny because a lot of those things that people were saying, I'm like, you got to be in the room because a lot of those girls did amazing performances. But obviously, when you're watching it on TikTok, like from filmed from a distance, it doesn't look the best. But a lot of those girls did amazing performances. But I think the thing that's great is, despite what everybody was saying, like all the girls were hyping up each other. All of us were confident about what we did. Like, and all of us left that being like, you know what, like I gave it my all. I'm not really bothered by what anybody has to say. And that's how I feel about mine as well. And that's kind of a skill that you only get from getting out there and doing the thing. And pageantry is exactly that. You're getting out there, you're doing the thing, you're learning that it's okay to just put your all into something and like it's
Yeah,
actually okay to give something your all and it maybe not go the way you plan, but that's it's totally fine. Humans are so scared of embarrassing themselves for what, just give something your all and do it.
it's so true, and it's what we get drawn to. I mean, everyone can leave a hate comment. That's easy. It's
Yeah.
horrible, but it's easy. But the people that put themselves out there and actually do something, that's where the true strength lies, I believe. And also, I think you have to realize that even the biggest stars in the world, like Taylor Swift, gets hate for some songs. I mean,
Exactly.
you're never gonna win everyone over. So
Yep.
yeah, and pageantry for me as well as an actor, as you were saying, it gets rid of that whole thing of being like you can't, especially in Australia, as you were saying, you can't stand out or you don't want to be too much. You do want to be too much. It's all
Yeah.
about, present yourself in the loudest way possible and be authentic. But
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like similarly, it's helped both of us in that sense.
Definitely.
So, what excites you most about the future as you continue pursuing acting and the opportunities in the entertainment industry?
Yeah. Oh gosh, well, there's so much. I'm very lucky with going to NIDA, and I'm sure you feel this with WAPA as well, is that you kind of have your little community of actors and entertainers around you that are all really passionate about what they're doing and all creating things themselves. Because obviously, and especially in Australia, the industry is so small, and there are a limited amount of opportunities that you can get, particularly just by through, the classic auditioning and stuff like that. You really have to be creating your own work. And I actually think that's fantastic because we're starting to hear from so many young and up and coming artists. We're starting to hear the voices of like a much more diverse range of people. So I'm really excited to be continuing to create my own stuff, help my friends create their own things. And with community theatre, not community theatre, sorry, like pro-am and stuff like that, you can produce pretty much anything you want if you have like, if you learn how producing works, which I haven't, but I luckily have friends who are phenomenal and they're currently working as producers, but they've learned all those skills and I'm trying to learn as much as I can from them. And you can put on whatever you want. You just have to have, the like the drive to do it and you can create anything. So that really excites me about the industry and I'm seeing so many people create so many amazing things. It makes me so excited and so inspired. And other than that, I am doing a trip to LA later in this year, which I'm really excited for. Get to kind of experience the industry over there for a little bit. Very excited for that.
Wow, that'll be so
Yeah.
much fun. So, is
Yeah.
that, are you like traveling with your agency or are you just going to go check it out yourself and maybe look into what potential work there could be? Or,
Kind of a combination of all of those things, actually. Yeah, my agent's really great that I think he'll be over there for a little bit as well. So it'll be nice to be there with him. And I'm also going over and doing like a course. There's a course that I've been wanting to do for a while, just like a screen acting course, because I think you just like that's the industry as well. As with every industry, honestly, you just have to be constantly upskilling. And there's so many incredible acting coaches out there that I'm like, I just want to learn as much as I can constantly. But yeah, I also have friends from college that are in the US, so I'll get to visit them too and just yeah, just kind of like see what's going on in LA, like see what's up, figure out what's over there, hopefully make some friends, some connections.
oh,
And
it's all about it, isn't it? It's about the
yeah,
connections in the industry. And if you can go to even casting agent workshops and things like that, it's kind of who you know and who you get to know. So, and you've got
honestly,
the
that's it,
talent.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Thanks, Kate. But yeah, just making friends over there as well. Like I'm excited by the idea of that because I feel like it makes it a lot easier to do a trip anytime because it's like, oh, my mate's over there. Like I'll just go visit them and hang out with them. And I think that's so nice. And it's nice having friends in all different parts of the world.
Yeah, wonderful. Have you ever been to America before, or is this your
Yeah,
first?
I went to college in the US. So
Oh, I remember you
I
saying that. Yeah.
yeah, I lived in Pittsburgh for 4 years, which is
Ah,
way far away from LA, but one of my best friends lives in San Fran, which is nice. And yeah, I do love I did really love my time in college.
mm.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. That's a wonderful experience. How cool. It's very, like, very different, but a great
very
way to,
different.
yeah, make friends around the world. How wonderful.
Yeah.
So, on the note of acting, what role or project would be your dream role to book, if any? And it
Oh.
can be one that's happened in the past, it can be one that's upcoming, or a book that you love that's going to get turned into a movie.
Oh my gosh, that's such a good question. I can't. Okay, so first of all, actually, it's literally sitting right next to me on my dress,
Nice.
on my. So I'm going to show you my dream role right here. I don't know if you're much. Are you much of a fantasy reader?
Yeah, big fantasy reader.
Have
Well,
you read? So this girl right here, I'll say
okay.
Selena Sardothian for the purposes of people that haven't read the series yet.
Yeah, yeah.
There
I've
you go.
started it. I haven't.
Oh, okay. I won't say anything too much, but this.
That's okay.
This girl right here, this is my
Wow.
dream. I love how it's zooming in as well. The camera's
Yeah.
zooming in. This is my dream role. Also, as random as that is, they describe her as having blue eyes with the yellow circle, which I have.
Yeah, you do.
So in my head, I'm like, this role is meant to be me. But
But
it's just it's everything that I'd want to play. Like I love fantasy. I'm a big fantasy girl. Always have been, always will be.
yeah.
So it's that, but it's also she's such a strong female character and also like a very athletic female character. I mean, that's the other thing that we have in common is both being
Mm.
athletes. I was a hockey player throughout college and also growing up was a 400-meter sprinter. And even now, still, I do boxing, I do bouldering, like I go to the gym. I'm still playing hockey, which is great. I started playing hockey again this year. So doing something that brings that like athletic side into acting as well will always be a dream goal, a dream role. So yeah,
Oh, I
Selena's my
love
dream.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's something I love about acting too, is I'm always keen on stunts and things like that. Not the too crazy ones, but yeah, as an athlete myself, I know we connected on that. I'm an
yeah.
800 runner, used to do 400, done a lot of sports over the time, but yeah, the stunt training. Have you done much stunt training before? Or?
I really, really haven't. No.
Oh, you
Um,
should. You should.
we've
You'd
done
love
some at
it.
NIDA. We did some at NIDA,
Yeah.
but I would love to do like a stunt. Have you done like a course or something like that?
Yeah, so Ray Anthony, he does like a really good one. I think it was in Sydney. Sydney, I think. Yeah, you should look into it. It's so amazing. He's worked on like X-Men and things like that. But I know you'd love it because you're an
Oh,
athlete too.
mad.
So it's like combining the acting with the athletic side and yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. Yeah. And it would just be so good to like separate from this, like obviously her, but playing the role of like a female athlete in a production, I think, because um yeah, that's always been a dream. Like, have you ever seen the movie Stick It?
No, I haven't seen that one. Oh, wait, is that the one with Kristen Stewart?
No,
Or
but she looks like Christian
oh.
Stewart. So it's the gymnastics movie.
I haven't got it. I haven't got
I'll send it to you because it's a really good movie.
it.
But yeah, like playing like one of those female characters that's like going through her sport and like dealing with
Yeah.
her sport, like
Like
oh,
Bend It Like Beckham or something. That
exactly. Yeah. Keira Knightley and Bend It Like Beckham. That could be amazing.
yes. Love that. So what advice, this is moving on still kind of more into pageantry. What advice would you give young women who dream of representing Australia as, Miss Grand Australia or on the international stage?
Yeah. I think firstly, before you do it, before you do any pageant, research the pageant, make sure it's the right one for you, because there's so many different pageants out there that if something's maybe not your vibe, like you might find something that's better for you. So do your research, figure out which one is right for you, and then figure out why you want to do it. Have a really good why. And then honestly, be yourself, be the absolute best version of yourself, do everything you can to cultivate that and genuinely have fun. Like have fun. Like life is not that serious, like pageantry is not that serious. Like you have to enjoy what you're doing, so have fun doing it and then that's when you'll get something out of it. Because if you're having fun, you'll make friends, you'll make connections, other people will bring joy out of it too. So yeah, that's my, I guess, four-step guide to pageantry.
Yeah. And I always tell my friends that aren't in pageantry yet or want or thinking about it, maybe don't know yet. I always say, just do it, throw yourself in because I reckon you'll either get addicted to it and you'll become a pageant girl, or you'll be like so glad you had the experience and have the
Yeah,
friendships from it as well.
that's
So
it.
yeah, I totally agree. If anyone's looking to do Miss Grand Australia, honestly, the best experience, the most amazing sisterhood. And yeah, you get like a week away in a hotel, the most amazing
Yeah,
hotel with all friends doing photo shoots. I say it's kind of like a sorority experience
yeah.
without having to be in America. So
Yeah, do you know what? And this year as well, like obviously every year's been fantastic, but I will say this year there was such an energy of kindness and support. And like all of the girls, it felt like were really great friends and really like looked after each other. The energy backstage, like with you guys, I was like, this is so nice, genuinely so nice. Like I can't even, yeah, as you have, I've done a lot, I've done quite a few pageants and finding that feeling in a place. Yeah. So after experiencing this year in particular, I'm like, guys, if you want to make some friends, like this is just a great way to make friends.
yeah. Yeah, and that's one thing I noticed in particular with Miss Australia Productions is they really
Mm.
cultivate that idea that we're all in it together. And if it's not your year, then maybe another year. So, and that was like it for me. The first year I did my pageant, it wasn't my year, but it was Krista's year and Nicole
Oh,
and Hannah. So, and then Krista was there at Miss Grand Australia. So, yeah, it's kind of like you make those friendships to keep them because they're the girls that are going to back you if you ever do win. So,
yeah.
and it was lovely. Every single girl within my cohort, you're so right. It was such a kind year group. I remember sitting and chatting with every single person, and everyone was very open and welcoming. So it just made it
Oh,
such a lovely experience.
oh, good.
Okay, we're going to the last one before I start the rapid fire questions. But
Okay.
finally, what legacy do you hope that you've left as Miss Grand Australia? And what are you most excited about in your next chapter?
I guess because I keep banging on about it, the positivity.
Yeah.
I hope that anyone that competes afterwards, and in any sort of pageantry that's watched my journey, I hope that that's what they take from it, that you can do it and enjoy it and be positive and just have a good and fun experience at the end of the day. I'm very passionate about this like positive element of it. I hope to take that into the rest of my life. I never want to lose that. I want to continue to like go into everything and feel passionately, feel positively, and share that energy with others. There's so much that I'm excited to do from this. I don't really 100% know what comes next other than throwing myself fully into acting, but I'm excited to take everything that I've learned from this year and all the friendships that I've made and just continue to cultivate that throughout my life.
Oh, wonderful to hear. And I'm so excited to see where you go and watch you on the big screen and yeah, cheer you on and be a fangirl continuous. So exciting. All right, well, moving on to the rapid fire questions. So some of them are a bit funny, but yeah, just try and answer the best you can.
Love it.
All right, here we go. Are you an early riser or a night owl?
Early riser. Oh my gosh, don't ask me to do anything after 10 p.m. No, 9 p.m. Seriously, early.
Okay, that's interesting. I'm a bit of both, which isn't usually healthy, but that's okay. What's your go-to comfort food?
I have to say chocolate. Also, I said in an interview once that like I really love chocolate and all of my friends rinsed me about it for so long afterwards. But it's true, like I eat probably an unhealthy amount of chocolate.
Chocolate's so good though. Okay, what brand though? Like, what's your go-to?
Cadbury.
Yeah.
Cadbury or the Nestle Smarties chocolate. But I just love anything chocolate. Like give me chocolate cake, chocolate cookies, anything. Like I'll eat
Okay, nice.
it.
I'm a bit boring. I love the dark chocolate, like 98%, but it's just like, really.
98%.
Yeah, it's so good. It's trust if you have it with a cup of tea. It's so
Girl,
good.
you've lost me there.
But I love other chocolate too. Like I'll be behind like a Mars bar. Or, honestly, we can talk about chocolate all day. I'm obsessed.
Damn. Yeah. It just
Um,
tastes like cocoa.
it's like a little bit powdery, but once you get used to it, it's like the tangy. Trust.
Okay.
Anyway, moving on. What's your biggest pet peeve other than people that eat dark chocolate?
Oh my gosh. I get it's again me saying the same thing over and over, but I hate people that just like wake up and like are negative. Even though
Okay.
some days like I wake up and I'm like, ugh. But like people that wake up and then just like immediately bringing negative energy to something, I'm like, relax, okay? It's not that serious.
Yeah.
Let's all have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
If you were given a chance, and I know you wouldn't, to steal something, what would it be?
Can I say $1 million? And then a
Honestly,
million
yeah.
dollars, like Robin Hood style, like $1 million, like from someone who doesn't need it, and then give it to a mental
Oh,
health charity. I'm gonna say that. That's a good answer. That's a good
that's a
pageant answer as well.
wonderful. That is a wonderful answer. We've had a lot of things, Birkin bags. We've had I think like an army jet. Like, there's been a lot. So that's a really lovely.
Okay. They're probably much more practical ones than mine, but
No,
still,
but yours is
let's
lovely. That's so lovely. Do you have a favorite song? Now, this one will be a hard one for you because I know theatre and things, but
yeah, gosh, I really love music. I'm a big music girl. I will say I'm a repeater. So I'll get like obsessed with a song for like a period of time, listen to it pretty much non-stop. It'll be like the only song. You know, the Spotify gives you your weekly listening stats.
yes, yeah.
And at the moment, I, like everybody on the planet, am obsessed with Off Campus. And yeah, the soundtrack of that TV show,
Oh, that's
they
so
really
good.
cooked. They really cooked. It's really good. So I think at the moment, I'm probably listening to that soundtrack on repeat, but particularly I will say Edge of the Earth by the Beaches. Banger.
Oh, I do love the beaches. They have those like, yeah, really good songs that,
Yep.
yeah. But no, I so agree. I'm obsessed with Off Campus and
Yeah.
their soundtrack. When a show hits everything from like music, I felt like The Summer I Turned Pretty did the same. Music, casting. Yeah, I can't wait for season two.
I know.
But
I'm
yeah,
so excited.
we could talk about that for
I could talk about that non-stop.
yeah.
Yeah.
What movie makes you laugh?
Ooh. I also love movies, obviously. Actually, see, I've got my movies in the background there, Blade Runner
Oh,
and Truman Show.
posters.
But
Yeah.
my probably my favorite movie is Scott Pilgrim versus the World. I don't know if you've seen it. Yeah.
So good. The scene where he like runs out and dives out the window, I'll never not.
Yes. Oh
Oh,
gosh, it's so good. Is Scott home? And he jumps out the window.
he's
Actually,
like,
what's
no.
left? Yeah. So many good quotes.
So good. It's a bit like I'm trying to think of the ones where it's like Shaun of the Dead and that type of filming. It's the same director, isn't it? No, I don't know.
I'm not sure. I should know this as well.
It's a
Like,
similar style of filming. That's why I thought of it because it's like those
yeah.
jump cuts and the kind of the using of the cinematography. I feel like it might be, but anyway,
Let me
I
look
could
it
be
up and
wrong.
get back to you because I'm actually embarrassed that I don't know that.
No,
That
same. I
we
should
can
know
cut
that
this
too.
out. Yeah.
I'll
But
cut
yeah.
this through.
Yeah, like
All right.
comic book style of filming, so good.
Yes, yes. Okay. What would you wear if you had to wear a Halloween costume every day for the rest of your life? It can be a subtle one or
Too
a
many. No, no, I'd probably like full on like I'd go like Deadpool costume.
female
Like,
devil.
yeah, I think so, Lady Deadpool. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I could
no,
have
we
taken
don't.
that
We
in
can
a
even leave it there. It's perfect.
yeah, I could have taken that in a far more normal direction, but no, I stand by that.
Just full cosplay for the rest of your life. I love that.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Uh, what is something you first notice about someone?
Ooh, probably smile. I love a
Mhm.
good smile. Like, yeah. And like if they're not smiling, it's like you kind of notice that too, because then it's like you want to know if you want to like, yeah, you want to make them smile.
Yeah, I feel like you're always there with a joke. So then if someone doesn't smile, you're like, what's up?
Yeah, actually, yeah. No, I think that's a big thing. I often like start everything that I do like with a joke. Like I lead every
Yeah,
conversation with a joke. So yeah, smile. Let's say smile.
lovely. Okay. What is your favorite way to celebrate a small win? So you've had many big wins this past year and you're going to continue, but what about some of the small wins?
Oh, do you know what? That's actually, I think that's something that I need to work on in general is like celebrating the wins, like actually sitting down and taking the time to be like, wow, that was a good thing. And not just like my classic one is like having a glass of wine at the end of the day. But I
Yeah.
think we need to find a much more like, I think in my ideal scenario, if it was summer, like I'd be at the beach, like with my like my book, like a nice drink, some friends, and that would be like my way to just like celebrate something going well. So yeah, that's
Oh,
my ideal way.
oh, wonderful. Yeah, I'm always drawn to the beach too. It's such a nice way, especially with the beaches we have here in Australia.
Yeah.
So, if you were a movie or a book character, who would you be? Now, I know you did say about, yeah, throwing a glass. But do you have any others, like a movie that you think or?
That's a good question. Good question. I think as a kid, I'll give my child answer. As a kid growing up, like I've always really loved Star Wars.
Mm.
We have Grogu over here,
Oh,
and I always just loved Princess Leia. Like as a little girl, like I always had my hair in two plaits, and I just like loved her strength. Really admired her as a political leader, I guess. But um, yeah, she's just strong female characters I've always been drawn to, and I was just always really drawn to her growing up. So I'm gonna say Princess Leia. I'm an OG girl, but definitely this is me as a book character.
okay. Yeah. No, I agree. I love Star Wars and I was always drawn to that. In particular, I mean, even being in the 80s and things like that, it was such an inspiring female lead and yeah, so powerful and so loud. And yeah, I love that too. So
Yeah.
that's the end of the rapid fire questions.
No
So
way.
brilliant answers. Lots of fun getting to know you. I feel like you get to know people a bit more with those questions.
Yeah, you
Um,
would.
but I did just want to say thank you so much for your time. You've been the most wonderful queen, and I can't wait to see what you do in the future. You're already a star, so yeah, it's only
Oh, thanks.
up from now. But yeah, thank you so much for being a part of the Your Set Pageant podcast series,
Thanks
and
for
I'll see
having
you next
me.
time.
See you next time. Can't wait to watch your journey.
Thanks.